like weird because like I remember her saying, I know she has a son, and I think maybe she said it was 4 or 5. And I asked him if he has a son, if he had any kids. He said he has a 5-year-old son. So I'm like, she also said her son's dad was abusive and shit. So I'm like, I don't know, you know, like. He claims that she owes him like over $6,000 or something in rent. My mom has met her, and she was like, "Well, how could she owe that much when she didn't live there that long? She was staying in that camper or whatever." I was like, "I don't know, but I feel like it's a weird setup, okay? Like a weird setup. Like if he is the abusive one, he's like, okay, what happened was like he didn't end up ever replying to me again." That he watched some of my stories on Snapchat, and I was like, okay, so that's what's happening. And he probably saw some of my twin flame or like whatever post, so just like, relax, dude, it's not to you. But like, he could have just asked about it or something, you know, instead of being weird. I don't know, people just don't know how to communicate, I guess, or they just don't care to. So I don't know if those people. I'm gonna walk one more time around that way. It'll probably conclude this video, but so I feel like, so then I ended up blocking him because I'm like, this sucks, but I'm gonna block you. I didn't say that because like I don't tell people usually, because if they're being a dick for whatever reason, it's just like giving me. There's a difference between ghosting and cutting somebody off. So if you don't know the fucking difference, then I guess that's your problem. But I cut people off. I don't ghost them. And I'm learning how to communicate better anyway, so I can avoid that. But like, you can't avoid it sometimes when somebody won't communicate, and also when they are intentionally doing that shit to be fucking shitty or whatever. Or like they're fighting the war within themselves or whatever. Like, I don't know, it's not my fucking problem. Also, there was a lot of projection, so I almost wasn't here to make this video because of that. So you're telling me, so like that was him projecting on me. Like, there's just no way. Because like my other friend was feeling like leaving too, but I didn't feel it as much from her because she wasn't projecting it on me. Like, she's carrying it on her own. Like I do, I carry my own shit. And even when my twin's feeling that way, it doesn't do that. Unless like, except for like when we were together, it was like almost like that. But that was before I realized, okay, I need to have like energetic boundaries with them too. And we're still learning how to be energetic balance and not like, you know, it's really hard to do that when you're with twin flames. But anyways, like, I don't feel that from him as much. I'm not saying he doesn't feel that way sometimes. I think he might have that night. The thing is, he knows. He gets upset. I can feel him get energetically upset when I'm talking to somebody or have feelings for somebody. And he's explained to me, I'm territorial. It's not that I'm jealous, it's just that I don't want you to get hurt. I know those motherfuckers ain't good. But you can't really say that because, you know, like, he's just reacting. Trying not to react energetically. I could feel it. And so, like, yeah, the other night I was like, what do you want me to do? You're where you are, and I'm not dead. I'm 37, I have needs. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, but it's like, I understand. We all have to learn our lessons or take our time to close out cycles or whatever. So, like, I understand, but I was like, what do I do? And normally it doesn't bother me that much, but it's because I was into that person, and I also think maybe they projected that somehow. You know how fucking people are. And on this journey, it's very, like, it's literally life and death with people. Like, so you really have to be extra careful who you let around you, because people will literally come in just to try to fucking take you out, literally, or make you take yourself out. Like, this is no damn joke at all. Like, at all. I'm walking around the fucking park in the dark talking about this shit. It's fine, I'm highly protected. It's a fairly safe town for the most part, so you know. Yeah, anyways, like, so what I think happened was with that, so, because like once I blocked him, I felt like fucking instant relief, basically. Yeah, I do feel kind of a pull, and I kind of miss him, and I kind of be like, what the hell? I barely had time to process it, but I was like, I had to not wait for more evidence to show up. Sometimes you don't have time for more evidence to show up. It will come to you in clarity and intuitive hits. You don't need them to keep showing you sometimes. And sometimes it's way too dangerous for that. Just 11:11 on my clock, 5:55 on the timer. Thanks for the confirmation. No, it was for real though. So I didn't have time. I had to get out of there. I had to fucking just do it fast. Because what happened, and then later I came up with this. The person they gave it right to the vet was running away from him. I think that they were together and they had the son together. And I think that, you know, she had to get out fast, and like, because he claimed that she left a bunch of shit behind on a pregnant cat. That's like, bro, honestly, I almost want to unblock her and be like, are you okay? Like, are you, you know, but what if, you know, but I don't want to be back in that mess, so I think that she hopefully is okay, because I think she moved back to, like, where her family is, so, but the thing is, I feel like he was the abusive ex, because, and then, like, he saw me, because the fact that, like, when I picked her up, he said that he saw me picking her up and everything, because he was like, I was working on her house, you know. You know, he lives there, but it's like, you probably lived there the whole time. Like, what do you think, I'm dumb? I mean, anybody could be fooled for a small amount of time. And it was only a few days, like, maybe. Like, if I had gotten his number, gotten all that shit sooner, I would have figured it out sooner, but it's okay, because, you know, I figured it out when I needed to figure it out, but that was, like, literally, it was crazy. So, yeah, my twin will only freak out which is most of the time, because most people aren't good for me, like, they're not for me, they don't got good intentions, which, that's how most people are for everybody anyways. So that's why he was freaking out. Like, he was freaking out. Sorry, I'm freaking out a little, because it's dark, I'm at the dark area again. Anyways, our mutual friend he's not freaking out about it, so I'm like, you know, this is throwing me off. And he's like, don't take my calmness for, like, that I don't care and that I'm nonchalant, because I'm not nonchalant. It's just that I know this person and I know that they're trustworthy. So it's like, okay, so if we were to be more than friends, it would be okay. So, like, because it might happen. Never know, because, like, he seems to be, like, really he's really kind. He talks to me. He even said earlier when I was walking in the dark earlier, be careful, like, stuff like that. Just like, it's like, oh, and I genuinely feel like he's a good person. He even said something that I would like to experience with my twin that I was, like, thinking about last night. Night swimming in the dark, looking up at the stars, like, bro, are you a carbon copy of him? Okay, I'll make another